bracket final in the Brazilian Championships. Here on the left side, 0-0 Nation, the big favorite, up against OMEGHA Esports or something. I'm not actually sure because I don't see the name right now. It's something with OMEGHA, that's all I know. On the left side, we have Slowbro, Gudra, Edegos, Chandelure, and Lucario, of course, Falb on his famous Lucario. Going up against Zorak, Urshifu, Ninetales, Trevenant, and a Blissey on the right side. Is it OMEGHA Esports? It is OMEGHA Esports. 0-0 Nation, of course, the big favorite. An insane team. We also have Wolf Slim. Did he put Slim in his name because of Toon Slim? I wonder. That would be actually quite funny. But we have Mazo, Soto, Lel, Falb, and Wolf Slim up against Thurk, Dudovsky, Zara, Kaduzera, and Vo. So, who is going to be the first team to qualify from Brazil? I see Lel with that Sableye in his portrait. That's minus points. Instantly minus points. Putting that MVP crown onto Sableye. I cannot let this, go through. Every team is going to have a Slim in their team now because of Toon Slim. And yeah, Falb already bringing out Lucario in the winner bracket final. And again, he's an insane Lucario player, so I'm not surprised to see it happening. Especially after... Actually, no, it's not even buffed yet in this. Here it wasn't buffed yet, it's the nerfed Lucario version, right? So, going to see how that is going to be when it comes to the World Championship. I think at the World Championship he's going to play a lot of Lucario again. Stork on the left side trying to get some stacking done early on. Botline we have the Ninetales and Trevenant. Ninetales taking over the blue buff as well for more experience to get to 4 faster. And now that's already again the rip of Edegos just running down the enemy top health player. And Zork just trying to get away out of vision the toy grass to make sure those auto attacks can't quite connect. Falb looking for the last hit, can't quite get it. And so far the Zora actually getting a bit of a lead in this early game. But it's already level 4 now for the Ninetales. Avalanche will already be there unless it's going to be a Veil. No, it's going to be the Avalanche. But first kill already for 0-0 Nation. I would like to call them OO Nation, but I know it's 0-0, right? But OO Nation sounds easier to say and faster than 0-0. But, you know, we all know what we are talking about anyways. Falb going in with the mash, but already level 5 now for the Urshifu. And Zorak as well level 5. Going for the Night Slash, looking for the Edegos. Can't quite connect all the damage there, and Edegos picking up the berries. Is going to live for now. Bot path Trevenant, of course, is struggling a bit to get to level 5. It's only problem with Trevenant, it takes quite a long time to actually get going. There's the extreme speed going on, but Falb kind of messing up right here. And he's stuck to Rep Buff now, he might be going down. He misses one of the E-speeds, goes a bit too deep. Looking for the Meteor Mash onto Blissey, but doesn't even have enough damage. He gets taken down for it. 4 points going for the Urshifu. It's going to be on the last hit as well right here. Another stack, another 5 points. And now we already have level 7 for the Urshifu. So Lucario already falling a good amount of behind. And on these first 2 minutes, it's going to have a very difficult time. In general, the top health of 0-0 Nation is going to struggle this game. Up against this level 5 Urshifu already. But Falb at least steals away that bunny right here. The Night Session is also quite interesting. I'm not sure if I like it in this game, but I mean, it's also a good move, for sure. Going in now back onto Lucario. Big blow being charged. He's going to dodge away from it. Now Falb is dancing around, but the Night Slash with the X hits onto Edegos. But now Zorak's in a very bad position. Can he get out of this? The question. He's trying looking for some Night Slash, but no, he doesn't get out. Gudra's going to take this KO onto the Zorak. And at least hit trade 1 for 1. Falb's going to score 5 more points. Still, of course, has to stack the attack weight. Looking for more extreme speeds right here. Meteor Mash onto the bunny. Another extreme speed, but he doesn't get the last hit. Wasn't quite enough damage yet. That's those missing attack weight stacks. Overlord. I mean, Overlord. Wait. Overheat damage. Yeah, someone just said Overlord in chat. And Overheat is almost the same word. Falb again, stuck in bad position right here. Urshifu tried to predict an extreme speed, doesn't quite do it. But Falb for sure is going to fall right here. Is he going to fall? Throat chop, basic attacks. One more basic attack will do it. There's a bone rush. He's trying to be annoying, but can't get away. And Zorak also getting chased down though. It's a 1 for 1 in the end. Zorak not having the best game yet for the side of OMEGHA Esports. We're just at half HP. Wolf Slim is working on it. And he's surely going to get it. Gudra's running in as well. Mazo is here. And they're gonna try to go for the last hit. He's keeping the overheat and they get it. For the Chandelure Falb stuck in the 1v3. But he gets a KO in the 1v3. Looking for some more right now. Using the extreme speeds as good as he can. The goal is going to be broken and he's going to lose the bunny. Oh, that was very sad. He was trying so hard to go for the bunny. Gets big blow right here. Does he also get maybe Unite move? But he does have full here, right? Dancing around, using the Bone Rush to go back to safety. And now we have the first, you know, sign of life from Philip as well. Which again, Lucario, this is the nerfed Lucario still. It's not the buff Lucario. So it's quite difficult. It was one of the worst Pokemon in the last patch. And of course, a good Lucario player can still always make it work, but it's still very difficult, of course. Very difficult to make Lucario work, even if you're very good at it. So. Regieleki up. 0-0 Nation still with a point lead, but only 19. So, not too much of a point lead, of course. Zera looking for the flank right here on Zorak, looking for the Chandelure. Is he going to connect the Night Slash? Yes, he connects the Night Slash, and he gets the KO on Chandelure. Tries to get away with the cut now. Mazo is on the chase. Gonna connect those auto attacks, but Bliss Assistance goes in, and it's gonna turn it around. Edigos gets obliterated by the Blissey. And now Zorak is gonna take down Mazo as well any second now. There we go, 3 KOs for OMEGHA Esports. And they also get the Regieleki up top for free now. Out of those KOs, nothing 0-0 Nation can do about it. Now they're falling a bit behind. OMEGHA Esports now looking for the push onto bot path. Can they get those 30 points in on Blissey? And yes, they can. Trevenant trying to zone successfully as well. They're going to go for the Slowbro Knight. Just knock him up with the Unite move. Trevenant Unite as well. They don't like trees apparently over there. And Night Slash goes in as well. Lucario getting taken down. OMEGHA Esports now on a complete run. Regieleki lives on 1 HP and goes in. It lives on 1 HP, walks into the goal zone. 70 points are scored. And suddenly OMEGHA Esports completely taking over the game. 257 points to 126. Pipe is back looking for a KO. Hits the Bone Rush onto Blissey. And using the NDD now for the E-Speeds resets. Going to use the Bitoy for an E-Speeds resets. And then he's going to slowly get the Blissey for sure. A few more basic attacks will do. There's the Bone Rush. One more basic attack. Blissey's still healing. Buying so much time. So it's still alive. Finally gets taken down. There we go. It took a while. Softbot X does heal quite a lot. So, you know. And Lucario again doesn't do too much damage. And if those blue circuits disappear under you, I mean, how are you supposed to do damage? You have to use white Pokemon, which he did. So 5 did everything he could have done. And that's just Lucario just not being a strong Pokemon on this patch that it takes this long to get, you know, the Bliss in the end. Level 30 now for the Zorak. Is in the entire game by a good margin as well. No one's even level 12 yet. That's how far the Zorak is ahead of his own teammates as well. 0-0 Nation looking for the push right now. Zorak in the flank again. Looking for the engage. And 0-0 Nation might just walk into the flank completely. Whip has to be careful. Getting jumped on now. Very bad. Has the eject button away. Night Slash is going to connect onto 5. But he's going to Extreme Speak back in. Nighthead's trying to peel for his team. He's going to wait for the cooldowns on Night Slash again. Trevenant with a few Horn Leech. And there's Zorak back again in action. It's a 1-for-1 so far. But 2 members of 0-0 Nation are down. Zorak with the Unite move is not going to hit it on anyone. And OMEGHA Esports actually quite low on HP. Has to now disengage from this fight. But there's Urshifu Knight onto the Chandelure. Also taken down. On the chase now for the Goodra. It's a 1-2-3 in favor of OMEGHA Esports. Yet again, winning another fight. Now they're gonna start working on this Regieleki, which is now dropping under half HP. With the Wicked Blow, of course, they should be able to secure it quite easily. No chance for Edigos. But you could always try, right? You never know what might happen. As long as he is safe. Zorak now going in onto the Slowbro, and Slowbro can't get away from it. Ripoff as well. It's really gonna get chased down. If you can't kill Zorak, he's going to chase you down, doesn't matter what. This Regieleki will be defended. Surely but slowly. Mazo working on it with that Goodra. Getting close to level 13. Level 13 is very important because after level 13, if you hit a whip, your passive is instantly on an opponent, which means you can instantly start going back for your cooldown and start attacking for your passive. Regi is also being taken now. Another free objective for OMEGHA Esports, level 4, almost level 15 for Zorak. Having a crazy game so far. He was struggling a bit in the early game, but has, you know, really popped off in mid and late game so far. But now the last 2 minutes is the hardest part of the game for Zorak in a 5v5 team fight, especially up against Slowbro as well. Can always just get clicked on by that point and click Unite move, so as to be very careful. Mazo just scouting out bot path to see if anyone is looking for a backup. But so far OMEGHA Esports not really looking to make a push happen. They have a 130 point lead, so they're not the ones that want to look for a backup right now. Of course, could put them even further ahead, but they don't want to, you know, risk just OO Nation or 0-0 Nation just instantly doing the Rayquaza. So they don't want to just split up. Urshifu's currently waiting in base, seeing if someone was going on bot path as well. And both teams are just waiting. Very patient. Fibe's gonna heal up on the Sataria with that extreme speed. Mazo looking for the whip. Can Zero Nation look for the engage? Well, at 15 Rock not engaging onto 5. It's the E-speed against Night Slash. Very flashy matchup. And now Mazo's looking for the engage. They're gonna find Blissey. Actually, gonna run on Blissey right here. Are they gonna Unite Move it as well? No, Blissey goes on onto Urshifu. And Chandler gets obliterated. Urshifu Knight out to Mazo as well. Now into the Night hits Unite. Gudra also disappears. We have Eldegoss going down. It's all down to Lucario now. In a 1v5, Omega Esports completely wipes and Lucario Knight as well. He's going, he gets one. Can he get more is the question. He's dropping low on HP, but now he gets Wood Hammered and stunned down. What a nice try by Lucario. But it was just not enough. And Omega Esports are going to take this Rayquaza. And that's going to be the first game as well. No chance for Zero Nation to come back into this game. Omega takes the first game. Draft for game number 2. Omega Nation on the left side going for Aegislash, Eldegoss, Chandelure, Urshifu, and a Snorlax. And again, Mazo believing in the Gudra with a Gardevoir, Blissey, Dodrio, and the Trevenant. Omega Nation looking great in this first winner bracket final game. And yeah, left side. Now Omega Nation 0-0 on the right side. Mazo running towards the Aegislash already. Wants to start being very aggressive with this early game Gudra. And Aegislash just needs so much time. Gudra also needs a lot of time, but you already can see being so aggressive. Focus band already blocked from the Aegislash. Has to run back to safety. And they can also see the last hit away. Goes over to Mazo. Of course, both of these Pokemon need a lot of experience, but, you know, Gumi is much, much better early game. That's for sure. With that bubble, tackle, the passive, does a lot more damage. Kind of reminds you of like a Swinoob. Pretty much the same. You just run to your opponent, start basic attacking a crazy amount, and hope you win this early game. Trevenant going low on HP right here. Can they get the first kill of the game? Maybe. No, Snorlax also eject button away. Or the confusion is going to connect. And Rights gets the first kill of the game. Can Chandelure somehow return it to the focus band? Gets blocked as well for the Gardevoir, and he's going to stay alive. Now we have Surging Strikes for Omega Esports. This time for the Zera. So he's going to play, there's playing these carry melee, Zoroark now, no Urshifu. And trying to carry his team towards that grand final. Dodrio going towards the left side, when to score 14 points. Does get interrupted on it. But now the Sword is still so far behind. If he can get the KO, this would be huge. But no, 5 is going to make it out with that Drip Pack. And the Dodrio and Gudra is going to take down Urshifu inside his own center area. So Urshifu going a bit too aggressive. Woodhammer landing onto Snorlax, getting stunned down. Do they have enough damage? But Chandelure with that stun and the overheat damage is going to peel enough quite easily. Quick attack out for the Dodrio. Does the final superior means winner bracket final? Yes, it's winner bracket final. Indeed. And you can see there, I guess it's just so difficult to play this early game. They actually have Gudra going towards the central area now for 0-0 Nation to make sure that Gudra gets to level 8 very fast. Which I like a lot as well. Just get 5 to level 5 and then leave 5 back on top path. And give that jungle experience over to the Gudra to be an invincible frontline tank. I think it's Muddy Water. I'm not sure actually if I've seen what he has chosen yet. Muddy Water is fine. Oh, what a nice overheat KO there onto Trevenant, just doing so much damage. The tree gets burnt down. KO for Omega Esports. And Mazo now going in. Does he? Yeah, it's Muddy Water. Goes in now, but he's dropping a low HP as well. Has to be careful and he can't get away from the Surging Strikes of Urshifu. Double KO now. Omega Esports on his top. I think I'll try to look for the score right now. 30 points for going for Aegislash. It's going to be the final evolution. And he will be able to pick up the Wild Guard. And now be a very strong Pokemon. There we go. Finally made it through the early game. I'm looking for the KO. Boost auto attack into jump kick into Drip Pack. Does he have enough damage? Not quite. But that's always like very nice to reach someone. You just do boost auto attack into a jump kick into Drip Pack to the right side. It has so much range. Very easy engage as well. One of the best combos you can do on Dodrio to try and catch someone, but just didn't have enough damage to take down the Eldegoss. But still got attempt 83 to 0 points now. In favor of Omega Esports. Man, the Chandelure is just doing so much damage. Trevenant now trying to lock up Snorlax. Heavy slams out. Just barely in time. Does lose his focus band, but Urshifu's being so aggressive now, looking for Suto. Is going to reactivate the Unite move as well. Does have damage, gets Horn Leech now. Can they take down this Urshifu? Woodhammer is going to land twice into the Moonblast, and Urshifu actually goes down. And Trevenant's still alive. Suto's being very aggressive right now. Finally, he's going to get taken down by the overheat damage. But that buys Zero Nation enough time to actually get the Regis. Urshifu was trying so hard to go for the Trevenant, but just didn't have enough damage to take him down in the end. And Trevenant somehow slipped away from the final damage of the Unite move as well. Oh my. And now Zero Nation back in this game. on this first objective. Of course, Vigileki goes over to OMEGHA Esports as well. They'll be able to pick this one up. And looks like Slash wants to try and push this one a tiny bit in, but of course has to be a bit careful. Mazo trying to defend bot path now, is getting heavy slam, gets blocked. Mazo has to use the Unite move right now and tries to engage onto the Shenelu, who's also going to use the Unite move. Can they take him down? A huge whip is going to land, but the laser's there. Bliss Assistance goes on to Mazo. Can they take down the Urshifu? The Urshifu is just healing right now with the boost auto attacks. Heavy slam goes in again as well. Driven from the side, trying to at least take someone down right here. Double Horn Leech into the Unite move on 3 members. Huge engagement by the Trevenant. Suto so far the MVP of this game for the Sub-Zero Nation. Another Horn Leech is going to land onto Edegos. And they're going to find another KO as well onto this one. Wonderfully done by Suto. And look for the push now, looking for the first points of this game. Surging strikes to Shifu, still round though. And Gudra trying to auto-attack it, but it's not losing any HP right now. Gets locked up by the Moonblast, which is very annoying to play against. Loses a lot of HP, gets ripped as well again. Boost auto-attack is going to follow. But not enough damage to take down the Urshifu in the end. Was a very good try though, of course. And we have Slash trying to fight this Dodrio, which is a very... I mean, I don't know. I think Slash should win this matchup. Because those booster auto-attacks in shield form are actually impossible to deal with for a Dodrio. Very, very difficult. Still 1-9 to 0 points. 0-0 Nation, still at 0 points. 5 seconds on the next bot ready to spawn. We have 3 Unites on the right side. We have 4 Unites on the left side. Urshifu is going to see a blue buff away and they're looking for a flank. Gudra, Dodrio actually still on top path, just seeing if Omega goes for a flank maybe or for a top push. Turns out it's going to be a 4v4. Gudra and Slash are both staying top lane. VGC gets pushed out very, very far. Has to leech back to the original position. And they're going to start going for this VGC right now. 4v4 Shifu. Still in mid path right now. I guess he was just farming his Unite move up. Has to make it towards this bot path. We just have Slash against Mazo. And Mazo should be able to win this a decent amount, even though Slash has a bit more sustain in the end. Trevenant engaging, looking for the Woodhammer, just trying to send them away from this Reggie, and successfully again, they're going to get the Reggie steal while everyone is busy getting stunned by Trevenant. But Zero Nations have to make something happen at some point. Are they going to go in? There's Studio Unite going in onto Shifu, looking for the drill pack. Do they have damage? So Godwar Unite completely misses everything except for the Snorlax, but he was stuck in the unstoppable of his Unite move. So not really can't quite connect anything there, and now they've Mazo against the Slash, both using Unite moves up here. Who's going to win it? Slash with a huge heal as well again from that, I think, potion? And still 0 points for our orange team. OMEGHA Esports is just defending these goals so insanely well, and Zero Nation just can't quite find anything, even after getting the bot objectives. Going for the Regieleki now, up on top path. Their farming is so bad, all level 11. Well, the problem is that there's no, like, goals are still up, right? I mean, we have a level 12, and we have 3 level 12s on the right side, but I mean, there's been a lot of fighting going on. Level 13 Urshifu as well. Engaging now. Blissey very low HP. Can he look for the Sacred Sword? Can he find it? Ruri also running away. But Slash does find the Blissey in the end. So already 1 KO for OMEGHA Esports heading to this late game. Woodhammer. Suto trying to defend right here. Doesn't get hit by the Imprison, but gets hit by the Sacred Sword. Gets done by the White Guard, but he's just Horn Leeching. But now he's stuck in the 1v5, and that's going to be the end of the Trevenant. Can they score some points right here is the question. Gardevoir is around. Ooh, Snorlax greeting for 6 points right here. Could get taken down in the end, but has the block. Lots of damage coming through, but not enough to take down the Snorlax. But yeah, in general, it's a pretty low-level game, but Mazo very close to 30 now. Is going to pick up the blue buff for level 13. Gardevoir also very close to level 13. There we get there eventually. There we go. Get it over to the Gardevoir, but now both are stuck on level 12 still. Left side, we have level 12 Slash Chandelure and level 13 Urshifu. And again, both teams just kind of waiting out. I mean, OMEGHA Esports has... They don't have to do anything right now. They can defend top bot a decent amount. Zero Nation don't have the best Rayquaza Rip, so it's going to take them quite a while to do Ray. But there's no level 13 for Gardevoir and also for Gudra. They're still looking for the engage. You have Dodrio again up against the Slash, trying to defend the spot goal. And Zero Nation, they're slowly running out of time. Only 1:15 to go. Okay, maybe for push onto the spot goal now. Dodrio is still trying to score there. Very desperately, but Urshifu just walks towards the right side. He's going to start scoring, but there's a drill pack into Unite move. Can they take anyone down? A very defensive Elgos Unite, of course, but a 3-man drill pack into the Bliss Assist and runs all of them over. Taken down by a truck. What? Their Bliss assistance was insane. And they're gonna take down 3 members of Omega Esports, 4 in the end. Ran over by a huge pink blob. Now it's out down to Urshifu. What can he do right here? Stuck in a 1v4 scenario. Can he do something? Zero Z Nation still on 0 points as well. Pops the Night move, looks for the last hit onto Ray. Maybe Turn Knight goes down as well. Goes in, looks for the final surging strikes. Can he at least take down the Jojo? Yes, he can take down the Jojo. And the members are respawning now. But they get Rayquaza for 0-0 Nation. But they have to score a lot of points right now. They still have to run over the left side. And they're up against Urshifu, who can stop Rayquaza's scoring from happening. So, let's go right now. Oh, Gudra's getting 100 in though. But they need more. They still need 200 points. There's only 10 seconds left. They don't have enough time. They get 100 more points in. Urshifu's down. But someone has run towards the middle base. And Blissey can't quite do it. They run out of time. 44 more points going as well for the Egg Slash. And in the end, Omega Esports, with their insane lead throughout the entire game and Zero Nation having scored 0 points, Omega Esports is still going to take this win. Look at that 0. And Omega Esports moves towards the grand final.